Hey Posies, it's Rosie. So I've gotten a lot of comments asking me to do a story time about that romance thing I was talking about in my old videos. Anyone new to the channel is probably like, what is she talking about? Old videos? I should have subscribed to this girl sooner. The answer is yes, you should have, but the subscribe button is below, so you can now. So for my new and old viewers, let me fill you in on the wonderful world that is the drama of Rosie. This is the story of how I once dated a literal dick. ALD for short, because as much as I want to use his real name, I don't want anyone to dox him. Yes, he may be annoying and immature, and I maybe even hate him, but I don't think he deserves to be doxed. Yeah. This happened a few months ago when I was still in school. I was taking a classical literature course, which I absolutely hated and cannot pronounce. I know it's canon, and I know that it did a lot to set up literature of today, but it's so boring. So I was studying at home, and by studying I mean I was reading everything as quickly as possible before the final. I'm a very bad influence, Posies, don't listen to anything I say. Anyway, I was at home studying when this cute guy, I mean I hate him but I won't deny his attractiveness, messages me on this dating app I use. We start talking, we start flirting, and we start talking some more, and then we realize that our families hate each other. I know, it sounds like something out of Renaissance or something, but it's true. Our families hate each other and have hated each other forever. So long that no one knows really why we hate each other anymore. It occasionally, and more than occasionally, causes some drama, some tension between the families. My cousin Tyler and his friends, they get in fights with that family all the time, and the mayor kind of hates us, but there isn't really any way to solve this problem. Luckily, no one really knows that I'm part of one of the feuding families, which is good because that means I get to avoid most of the unnecessary drama. So yeah, we found out our families don't get along, and at first I was cautious about starting something, but we both decided that we would try and just see where things went, and we would not tell anyone. So if you remember my first video that I posted around this time, I was pretty smitten. We only talked a little bit online, but he seemed really romantic and he said a lot of sweet things. He seemed like a really nice guy and nothing like I expected, so I was interested to see where that might go. And my star-crossed love quickly turned to regret. He would not stop texting or calling me. I think I counted it at being 50 times in an hour, which is ridiculous. He didn't say anything mean, just a lot of romantic crap and poetry, which is nice. Don't get me wrong, I am all about the romance, but a girl doesn't need to be compared to the stars and the swans 24/7. Despite this, we went on an in-person date after about 5 days of talking, and he still seemed like a really sweet, nice guy, and I thought maybe I was just over-exaggerating with all the texts and stuff. But then he professes his undying love for me. I'm being 100% honest right now. He starts talking about how I'm the love of his life and we're meant to be together and how I make his life so much brighter. And then he starts talking about how we need to consummate our relationship. His words, not mine. And he would not let up about it. Look, if you're someone who has a lot of one-night stands or can't count the number of sexual partners on two hands, you do you. But if I'm uncomfortable or I don't want to have sex, don't push it. You continually asking to bone me isn't gonna change my mind. So I told him very calmly that I thought we were moving too fast. We'd only been dating for 5 days, if you could even call that dating. And despite what the star-crossed protagonists in classical literature would have you believe, you can't fall in love in 5 days. Sorry. So he got all whiny and moany, like,
Rosie, I thought you loved me. I was so nice to you. This is how people who care about each other show it.
Which is total bullshit, by the way. And I told him that. So he keeps on complaining, and I keep on arguing back, and then I just left. And this is where the story gets good, because you think that after all that it would just be over, but not with ALD. After I called it quits, he starts texting me about how much he loves me and how hurt he was by what I said and how he wanted to restart things. Let me be clear, this is 2 hours after I ended things. And he wouldn't stop, he just kept going, and it's not like I could tell my family because it's a secret relationship that they would probably kill me if they found out about. So I had to block them on my phone and social media, and I got a little better. So yeah, that's why I've been MIA from YouTube and why I wanted to start fresh. This whole experience has really stressed me out, but it made me realize some things that I really needed to sort out for myself. So thank you for being there for me, Posies. That's my story about ALD. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all on Wednesday.
Oh, you want me to answer this?
Yeah, I'm asking, so you have to answer.
Well, I thought this was a best friends tag. Like, doesn't that mean that we answer it together?
But maybe I just want to make sure you remember.